Have you ever arranged your room over and over, but it still feels off no matter how much furniture you add? Maybe there's a missing piece, the proportions aren't right, or the colors simply don't work together. This happens because most people decorate without guidance. But architects avoid these issues by following clear design rules. So, before you buy anything else, here are 9 architect-approved design rules that instantly make any space look professionally designed. At Design Burst, we don't just throw random ideas at your space, we study what you really need, how you live, what problems you face, and what style fits you best. Then we create detailed 3D renders, so you can actually see how your space will look before making any big decisions. Every plan is made to look beautiful and built to work for you. So, are you ready to transform your space? Visit our website or email us today and let's design your dream home together. Rule number 1, the 60-30-10 color ratio. Look at this space. At first glance, it looks stylish, but the color story is doing a bit too much. The finishes, furnitures, and accents sharing equal attention that your eyes don't know where to focus. Now, let's apply the 60-30-10 rule, which architects use to simplify the palette and guide the eye. The biggest surfaces now share one unified color, a warm neutral tone, and these form the main 60% of the room. The base finishes, wall accents, and main furniture's pieces. Using a major color on all these large planes reduces noise, creates harmony, and instantly makes the room feel larger and more expensive. Then comes the 30% supporting color, which brings warmth and texture without overwhelming the space. These pieces still stand out, but they support the overall palette instead of fighting it. The last 10% is where personality and detail come in. These accents add contrast and energy. From the decorative pieces to the lighting, accents are now controlled, not scattered. And this is exactly how architects clean up a visually busy space without buying expensive items. They simply reorganize the colors so every piece supports the overall story instead of competing with it. Rule number 2, correct furniture scale. This bedroom is roughly 3 by 3.1 meters, which means every inch matters. But the first thing hurting the space is that the bed is scaled too big for the room. Because of its size, it leaves no proper walkway clearance around it. It also has a thick, heavy profile and a bulky cushioned frame, which makes the room feel even tighter than it actually is. You might consider switching to a bed that's properly proportioned to the room's layout. The replacement, a queen-size platform bed, instantly frees up space around the bed, so the room feels more open without changing the floor plan at all. This is why architects always start with correct furniture scale, because even a small bedroom can feel luxurious once the proportions are right. Rule number 3, no floating orphans rule. Any furniture or decor piece that sits alone without anything around it to visually connect or support it is what floating orphan means, like this dining area. You have a nice banquette seating, round dining table, and Scandinavian-style dining chairs, but the walls is blank, the lighting is plain, and the left side has nothing to anchor. So instead of letting pieces float, architects group items together. The cluster pendants connect the dining set vertically, the framed artwork centers the entire dining zone, and sideboard cabinet anchors the left wall. Once you group items together, the space feels designed, grounded, and complete. Rule number 4, eye-level art hanging rule. When a wall is left bare at eye level, the entire area feels emptier and disconnected from the workspace below. But once artwork is hung at the correct height, around 57 to 60 inches from the floor to the artwork's center, instantly feels more balanced. This is the same standard used in galleries because it aligns with the natural eye level of most people. The workspace looks stable and professionally arranged. Rule number 5, layered lighting. Architects never rely on just one light source, like using only a woven rattan pendant, because one light can only do one job. So you need layers of lighting working together. A dome table lamp brings focused light to areas where you actually use your space. You can install cove lighting and recessed downlights softly brighten the entire room. Then LED strip lights highlight textures, guide the eye to focal points, and add a warm, cozy ambiance. You don't need high-end furniture, but with layered lighting, even simple pieces look elevated and intentional. Rule number 6, the golden ratio. The golden ratio simply means this: one part is small and the other part is about 1.6 times larger. In this TV wall, several elements naturally align with that ratio. First, this area is now divided into two major visual sections. When you look at them, Section A takes roughly 38 to 40% of the composition, while Section B takes around 60 to 62%. This is extremely close to the golden ratio, and that's why the wall immediately feels proportioned. Then, the TV also follows the same ratio. The TV occupies the smaller segment, while the wooden panel behind it is visually about 1.6 times wider, creating another balanced proportion. You don't consciously notice these ratios when you look at the space, but your brain does, and that's why this entire composition feels balanced and naturally pleasing. Rule number 7, correct rug size. When your rug is too small, it breaks the entire layout. So even a beautiful room suddenly looks odd. But when you use a larger rug in a space like this, it pulls the sectional sofa, accent chair, and coffee table into one defined zone. With all the front legs sitting on top of the rug, the space finally feels cohesive instead of scattered. You can do the same in your bedroom. Under a queen bed instantly adds softness, grounding, and visual balance. A correctly sized rug doesn't just decorate the floor, it organizes your entire layout, connects all your furniture, and makes your room feel intentional. Rule number 8, prioritize natural light. Natural light is one of the biggest free design upgrades, so your layout should always be planned around it. If you want to give proper attention to your windows, follow these simple rules. Avoid placing tall cabinets beside the window. Extend your curtain rod wider than the window so the curtains frame the opening instead of covering the glass. Then, layer sheer curtains with blackout curtains so you can control privacy without losing soft daylight. Keep the floor area in front of the window open or low, allowing sunlight to spread across the room. When you respect the window, even a tight space instantly feels brighter, airier, and more expensive. Rule number 9, symmetry creates visual stability. Architects use symmetry because it instantly makes a room feel visually stable, especially in bedrooms, where balance directly affects comfort. In this room, you can center the bed on the wall, and it becomes the primary visual anchor. A nightstand with a disc pendant light on one side, as long as it's balanced by the desk on the opposite side. Then, by placing the artwork centered above the headboard, you reinforce the central symmetry axis. This approach is what architects call balanced symmetry. Not everything has to match perfectly, but the space still well designed. So, before you design or redesign anything in your home, remember these 9 architect-approved rules. You just need rules that guide your decisions, and once you apply these, any space can look professionally designed. Your home deserves the same, but instead of guessing what furniture to buy or how to lay out your space, you can get a clear design plan first. And if you need help with your own space, you can visit our website at www.designburst24.com and reach out to us via email or WhatsApp. And you'll get a detailed 3D plan, furniture options, and a clear shopping guide. And don't forget to subscribe for more real home design.